Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We have just seen the other semi-final matchup that was taking place between the Black Ferns and also Fiji. In the end, extra time that game went to, but in the end, New Zealand able to get that win. So they are now in the finals. Fiji are going to be facing off with the loser of this game between Great Britain and France in a bronze medal matchup. But tell you what, that last game, if this one is going to be anything like that game, we are in for an absolute treat here. That is for sure. But I hope you are all doing well. If you do enjoy this live stream, be sure to leave a like. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new, because we are going to be covering the final on this channel as well. Got to go with Great Britain as well, says Katie Dixon. They are a strong side. They were able to finish second in Pool A, just behind New Zealand. In that game, they were 21-0 up. But then New Zealand able to fight back to win it 26-21 as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes between the two sides, because of the fact that France are also a side who are in form. I didn't get to see their game up against the Republic of China because New Zealand TV were like, yeah, nah, we're not going to show it. So unfortunately, didn't get to see that one. But France have been playing very well. The likes of Giovanni also, I believe another name that needs to be mentioned is Grassano. She's been playing phenomenally for them as well. And we have got hey from Kyle also in the chat. Whoever downvoted this, I've rung your mum, says Katie Dixon. Let's go Alus as well, says Liège, and also France or Great Britain. I'm going with Great Britain. I feel like Great Britain are the easy team to decide in this match, just because I think they've been very consistent throughout this whole competition in terms of the amount of points that they've been able to score. They always get at least a couple tries in their games, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And also we have got Kiwi Lads. This game's going to be fast. It is indeed going to be a very fast-paced game between these two sides. Go Great Britain as well, says Ikoroy, and also Alus Les Bleus, says Marco von Apolbe. I love it when Great Britain loses. Come on, France as well. Who do you want to win? Says I'm Kyle. At this stage, I'd like to see France win, purely because of the fact we haven't seen them play New Zealand yet. And I feel like it's a little bit of an unknown matchup. Whereas possibly Great Britain, it could be a rematch. And it could be like that match between 21 points to 26, perhaps. Could be anywhere around there, but also Vive la France as well, says Lewis, and also go Great Britain, says Escoroy. Got to go with Great Britain as well, says Katie Dixon. And bro, do you think the rolling maul is underutilized in sevens? I think we haven't even seen a single rolling maul in this competition yet, which I feel like maybe they should be doing more of. It's like the kickoff. The women were actually doing it very nicely on day one, I believe it was. And it's kind of that low grubber kickoff almost, or a very short drop kick that does end up just going the 10. And they were retaining possession. So perhaps it was either the case of maybe catching them sleeping a little bit because it was such early, or it was so early on in the competition. But I feel like it's one of those ones that I'd quite like to see that utilized a little bit more. This could be close, says Chris. It could indeed. And I feel like with the case of the last one going to extra time, imagine if we have two games in both semi-finals, both going to that extra minutes on the field. We have got first try for the number one Great Britain, which would be in this one. I believe I have to scroll down to my lineups, but I believe off the top of my head, the number one, Jasmine Joyce, that is the one. She is on fire in this competition. And it is also going to be Let's Go France in the chat from AJ. And also we have Domination is already eliminated by minus 104 points for Brazil. So let's hope for France as well, says Liège. But at this stage, the great British players taking the knee once again. They have been consistent with doing so throughout the whole competition. France do the same. And now we are ready for the second semi-final of this day. And then the final is going to be a little bit later. Who is going to be taking on New Zealand? That is a big question. At this stage now, 3-2-1, and we are ready to get underway. It is going to be now Rowan kicking off this one for Great Britain to get the semi-final match underway. I'm very excited for it. That's going to be Bertrand. Now, down or Bertrand. I feel like I can't quite pronounce that one. Bertrand, I think it is actually. But she has taken it very nicely there for France. Now it's going to be dropped straight away there. It was Ruan who wasn't quite able to hold it. Now it's going to be a backline movement. Aitchison now goes on the outside. Abby Brown gives it to Jasmine Joyce, a try scorer machine out on the wing. But she has been shut down in the tackle by the French defence straight away. Kimber was able to make the tackle there. Now it's going to be once again backline movement, looking dangerous for them. Going to be a good tackle there on, I believe it was actually Matthews who was tackled, but it's going to be a penalty to France now. And we have also got in the chat taking a knee. It's oil in there, and also we have got there. So who is going to win as well, says Brandon. I think it could be a close game. I don't think it's going to be split by more than 7, but now France is going out into the hands of Giovanni, and anytime she touches the ball, she is dangerous, just fends off the face of Rowland, and she's going to score the try early on for France. She is absolutely brilliant out on that wing. I believe they mentioned that both of her parents were Olympians, so she will be able to put herself in a medal a little bit later on in the final if they do make it. But Giovanni, she's got not a lot of space out there. She just kind of just pushes on the face there of Rowland, and she just can't quite reach it. She's got insane reach, and because of it now, France are going to take a 7-0 win, or 7-0 lead, I should say, early on in this one. Michaela Blade, though, as well, says Tesla, yeah, she will be crucial for them in the final. And you would think with it being a little bit later at night, she would be able to have the pace to be able to match some of these other players, but it's going to be tough. That is for sure. How much did it take out of New Zealand going to extra time in 30-degree heat? We will have to wait and see. But also we have got there whoever wins Great Britain versus France. They got a fancy being champion. New Zealand depth is going to be crucial. Recovery from ABs is paramount as well. And that is a good point indeed. Now it's going to be in the hands of Bertrand once again, just outside of the 22 for France. Going back across the field now. Going to be offloaded back. It's going to be in the hands of their number 6, which in this one is Horta. Awkward bouncing ball there for Grassino, but she is going to pin the ears back, breaking the tackle. Rowland once again. And because of it now, they are going to be inside of the 22, protecting the ball there, waiting for the halfback, which in this one was going to be Drouin, the captain. Back across field now, it's going to be in the hands of Okemba. She's got a good step on her as well. Another fend from France. They are utilising that, and they're going to score again here, France. In the early stages of this match, they have already scored 2 tries. So at this stage, they are trying to book themselves a date in the final with the Kiwis. It's going to be 14-0 to France if this kick goes over. And what an incredible start it is. Don't mind the Welsh and Irish, but Poms are the no-go. Don't like that France either, says Victor. So he will be hoping whoever wins this match, I assume you will be going for New Zealand in this final. We haven't got France have looked good this Olympics. They have indeed. I feel like they're one of those sides. I think they were ranked around 6th or so going into this competition, but they are well and truly playing like a side. I would say in that top 3, depending on how it goes. Good drop kick there. It's gone over as well. So now 14-0 with only 3 minutes gone in this match so far. And we have also got there, can you get George to come around in the next game? Says Brandon, I will have to see what he's up to, whether or not he is working. But if he is not, I will be sure to message him and see whether or not he wants to come around for that final. We have got Go France. Nobody likes Poms as well. Says Immortals. I feel like it's that rivalry between New Zealand and England a little bit, isn't it? But at this stage, it is going to be Great Britain under all sorts of pressure early on from France. They've hardly had the ball, and they need to make sure that if they do get this ball, they want to make sure that that is going to be going over the try line for them and turning it into 7 points, going short now. Going to be nicely taken there by Abby Brown, the captain there, or the co-captain, I should say. And now they are going to be going back across field, Roland once again, trying to look for a gap, passing it off. It's an awkward pass there in the hands of Aitchison, and now it's going to be a counter ruck from France. A lot of pressure on the breakdown, but they have been able to keep this one now. Going back across field. Big step there. I believe it is Meg Jones there selling the dummy. Yes, it is. And she's through the gap as well. Just doesn't have the acceleration she needed, though, to be able to make too many meters. Playing halfback now. It is going to be Guerin. I believe it was, if I'm not wrong. No, sorry. Kwanzaa is the name. I said the wrong player, but now it's going to be a back line once again. And Kwanzaa going to get this ball back in hand. She is strong with ball in hand, but almost ripped away from her from the French defense. But they have still got this one. Great Britain going short side now. Abby Brown, a little bit of a fumble, but she has still got an offload on the outside. And Meg Jones cuts back up on the inside. Didn't find the offload to Aitchison, though. Back across field now. It's going to be Kwanzaa once again. Stepping on the inside. She's going to be dragged down by Grassino. But this is very good field position, I should say, for Great Britain now. Just inside of the half of France, although they fight it back now. Aitchison once again trying to pierce the line. France look like the quicker team out there at the moment. Possibly Great Britain have a little bit of the strength in terms of a couple of their players, but overall, France are all over them so far. But now it's going to be Jasmine Joyce. It doesn't take much for her to be able to cut a game open, and she is going to score again, Jasmine Joyce. And what a run it is. And that is going to be the try for Jasmine Joyce. You can't help but smile when she starts running away with the ball. It is a thing of beauty for sure when she just is able to pierce a gap. She was almost hung on to, but she just broke the tackle and went for it, Jasmine Joyce. And she just runs quicker than anyone else out on that field. Her versus Michaela Blyde. I think Jasmine Joyce would almost have the pace advantage as well. And at this stage, she's definitely got a wedgie as well. Says Katie Dixon. I feel like I missed one of the early ones. I need to crash at 10 p.m. Says Smithy Toilet. Is that so that you can get up early for the British and Irish Lions game, or is that just in general, Smithy? Do let me know. Sweetbox versus Lions on tomorrow morning. Okay, that kind of answers it. But at this stage now, 7 for Great Britain, 14 to France. Man, Usain Bolt should have played sevens as well. Says Cecily, he had to go at the A-League for soccer in Australia at one point. I did see, although he actually only got signed for about a year and then he disappeared. So I'm not sure what he's doing at the moment, but I assume it would be something to do with coaching perhaps for the athletic side of it. And again, says Marco Vanapola Bear, British and Irish Lions, as well as says Millie Toilet. That's going to be an exciting game. I've still got to try and decide whether or not I'm going to sleep before that game or whether I stay up keep the momentum going, I should say. But now France have got this ball just outside of their own 22. Once again, it's going to be a wide ball. And once it goes out into the hands of Okemba out on the wing, it's going to be danger. Stepping back on the inside, breaking tackles for fun here, just dodging about 4 of the Great British players. Now they've got the option for the kick in behind. And Fani's going to be chasing this one hard. And is it going to sit up for it? Oh, it's not going to go to her, because instead it's going to be Bertrand who was able to score that one. And because of it now, it means that France are going to have that 14-point lead back into this game. And there is still time left in this first half. We've already had 4 tries in this one already. And it seems like we could have even more, depending on how it goes. We've also got IRS slow on my stream as well, says Katie. I feel like maybe it is the factor of me being on Sky Go. I'm probably around a minute behind or so. But hopefully it does run smoothly for the final that is going to be taking place at 9 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. I believe 9 p.m. is the kickoff for the semi-final / it will be the bronze medal final between the loser of this game, and also it will be Fiji, and then the final will be New Zealand taking on the winner of this game. Sorry, there is still time for a kickoff here, and it looks like they are going to be going for it. She will be very happy at the moment, Ruan, although she won't be happy to see that. I believe it is the try scorer there who has actually done some damage there, which means Bertrand is going to be coming off the field, and that is a big hit for France as well. Kieran for president as well. I feel like he could run and go all right. I feel like you guys have already voted for him as it is, but now at this stage, they have it to make the sub, and it is going to be Horta who is out on the field. I believe she already was, though. So maybe they have made a different change there. Hamish is the president, and Kieran is sergeant in arms as well, says Marco Vodapola. Bear kicked off now. It's going to be almost taken nicely. Yes, it is. And Great Britain now one more chance of being able to attack before we get to halftime. It's going to be Meg Jones getting driven backwards in that tackle by France once again. Ball popping 3. It's going to be now Abby Brown. It's a penalty, though, for rolling. And that one not rolling away, I should say, taken quickly there. And now she is going to be trying to find the gap there. Fleming, she is tackled hard by France, almost dropping the ball on the ground. But she has done well to keep that one still in position. It's an awkward pass back. Meg Jones now going to have this one 30 metres out, does the step. I thought there was the ref tackling her there, but it was one of the French women there. And now it's going to be Abby Brown taking this one round the side of the breakdown. Going on the outside, awkward pass, but they have got Jasmine Joyce on the outside. She gives it to her straight away. And Grassino, she's not going to catch her because she is just too quick, Jasmine Joyce. She is lightning quick. She has got another try there. And she's got it again, 2 in this match. She could be going for another hat-trick. I believe she almost scored a hat-trick, or did score a hat-trick in one of the other matches for Great Britain. They are not out of this match yet. She is puffed, but it's one of those ones that the temperature at the moment is close to that 30 degrees with the humidity as well on the outside. Roland saw the opportunity, went out to Jasmine Joyce, and she is just lightning quick. She is gone, and she scores once again for Great Britain to try and get them a little bit further back into this match. Can they get the kick, though? That's a big question. I'm going to wait and see whether or not, and then I will add that to the scoreboard, and we will be going into halftime with either a 7 or a 9-point game. What's just happened? She's out of time for the kick. Oh. Okay. Okay. So Aitchison was about to take the kick there, and then the ref said, time is up. You've taken too long to take that one. So now because of it, it means that they are still going to be 12 to Great Britain, 21 to France. So I think that's almost the first time I've seen this happen in this competition, but it could be a costly 2 points here. Could be the difference between this game going to extra time or possibly France moving through to the final. I love the video of Super Rugby and All Blacks. Will you stream the final as well? Says Cats are the best. I will indeed, and I believe it is taking place at 9:30 New Zealand time for the gold medal and silver medal match. And then the bronze medal match is going to be taking place at 9 p.m. New Zealand time. That's weird. As says Tesla, yeah, I don't think I've seen that yet in this competition, but like I mentioned, could be a costly 2 points that they are missing out on. And Viva la France as well, says AJ. And also we have got, NBC they're slow. I love their stream. It's like a minute behind as well, says Katie. So you might almost be watching it at either the same time as me, or maybe it's even further back, but they have all got the ice vests on at the moment, the French players. It is hot out there. You're the best. It is 9 p.m. final. Is it 9 p.m. final or is it 9:30? I thought I saw somewhere that the bronze medal final kicks off at 9, but I will have a quick look to make sure I have got the right time for you guys. What time's the New Zealand versus South Africa? Lions versus South Africa, New Zealand time. It is going to be kicking off at 4 a.m. So it's a very early start, but we are going to be starting at maybe around 3:30, do a little bit of a build-up, have a chat about the game as well. While we are at it, right, we are just looking for this kickoff time for the finals. Yeah, it is 9 p.m. actually. So you are right there. So 8:30 is going to be Fiji taking on, it will be, have they got, no, they haven't got one game that isn't playing. So yeah, 9:30 is going to be New Zealand taking on the winner of this game. I put an alarm on as well. Says Tesla, and also we have got 9, I think, as well. Yes, it is indeed. And even the rest don't like bombs as well, says Victor. But at this stage now, it is going to be kicked off for the second half of this matchup. And yeah, hopefully it is going to be a very good one indeed. It is going to be kicked off short there. Going to be taken nicely. No, it's not. Abby Brown has dropped that one. It's going to be a knock-on advantage to France now. And they are going to be on hot attack once again. Wide ball into the hands of Giovanni. Surely they can't stop her. Jasmine Joyce is going to try. She's not going to stop her. And that is going to be another try for France. They are booking their place in the final almost at this stage. If they can get this conversion, you would say it's almost too much of a mountain for the Great British side to be able to climb. At this stage, it was the captain, Drouin, with the wide ball. Giovanni, as soon as you give that woman the ball, she is scoring pretty much 90% at least of the time. And she was able to score it there. Very nicely done. Jasmine Joyce, she is quick as well, but she just wasn't able to stop her. And she is looking fatigued at the moment, Jasmine Joyce as well. And that is not what they will be wanting. They'll need her to probably run the full length of the field at some stage to be able to get it. Jasmine Joyce there. Giovanni hits it low. Didn't quite get the distance, though. So the score is going to be 26 to France, 12 to Great Britain at the moment. It was a good day for us yesterday for the medals. Or it was a good day, sorry, says Chris. Yeah, we got a couple in the rowing, 2 gold medals, 1 silver as well, which is very awesome indeed for New Zealand. Moving us up to, I believe we were 12th in terms of where we were on the medal table, which is very awesome indeed for us because of the fact that we are such a small nation, but we got a lot of fighting competitors that have been able to do well. I believe also our boxer, speaking of fighting, was able to get a medal. I think he got gold, if I'm not wrong. But at this stage now, it is going to be driving forward once again. Great Britain, they need to be the next team to score a try. Pell is able to make the tackle on Fleming there. 40 metres out from the line now. It's going to be Meg Jones throwing the wide ball. I think they're going to be looking out for Jasmine Joyce if they can get it out to her. Now it's going to be a little offload. Although I think they've taken Jasmine Joyce off the field. So I think that will be a change of plan here. They're going to be firing it wide anyway. How much pace has their number 7 here got? It is going to be Urin, I believe, is the name there. And she has got the knee to the ground, so it is going to be continuing to go back across the field now. It's going to be Meg Jones once again. She had a good game, and I believe it was the last match that she did play. Now it's going to be the step. Roland now is a little bit isolated. She's got a woman on the outside, decides to take contact, and it is a good tackle there by Chloe Powell. Going on the outside once again, Meg Jones, little grubber in behind, little bit of a different tactic here from Great Britain, taken almost by Okemba. She's touched it though, and she is almost going to be going into touch. Yes, she does. And now it is going to be Great Britain who have got the line out. How does AB's combat France? Should they win? As well, says Shane, the way that France are playing, they've been a little bit of the dark horse in this competition in terms of people I don't think expecting them to be finishing as high as they have. I believe everyone expected Fiji to finish top of their group. So for France to be right up there, there's a little bit of the unknown, but one thing's for sure, and they need to shut down Giovanni out on that wing, or else you are just going to be leaking points 9 times out of 10. Also, the power of Okemba is going to be very tough for them to be able to handle as well, definitely in hot conditions, because of the fact that fatigue can play a massive factor in these games. That is going to be Rollins coming off the field now for Great Britain as well. Going to be Natasha Hunt. I have got down that her nickname is Mo, and I'm not sure why, but it is going to be taken nicely by Abby Brown, not contested. And the line out, so now Meg Jones selling a bit of a dummy. She's going to be shut down once again, though, but now she is starting to get a bit of space going. Meg Jones, good step there, but she is going to be dragged down by the captain, Drouin. Short side, Abby Brown now. She is going to be having the knee down, so they have to release her. And that is one of the rules that Sevens has, the same as Rugby Union, 40 metres out now, and they've got the advantage as well. They're going to be shut down, so they are going to be going back to where the advantage is going to be. The referee not on the mark, though. So because of it, it does mean that it is going to be a little bit slower. And now it is going to be the number 4, Natasha Hunt, once again with another opportunity. Decided to go for a scrum here for Great Britain. Like I mentioned, they need the next try, and they only have a couple minutes to be able to do so. Luckily, with that last one missing for France, it does mean if Great Britain can get 2 converted tries in the last 3.5 minutes of this game, they will be able to tie, and we will have another game going to Golden Point. I'm not sure, mate. I don't watch the Olympics, not support organisations as well. And I'll give it a look up. Says Smithy Toilet. I believe he did get gold, but I could be wrong there. I know he was at least getting a bronze. It's going to be a quick tab once again here for Great Britain. They've got numbers on the outside. It's going to be a fumble. She has been able to take it though, and it is going to be the try there for Hannah Smith. She almost fumbled that one. In the end, was able to put it down though. And now it means that Great Britain are going to be right back into this match. I am going to award them the 2 points here. And that's the thing. At this stage, 2 converted tries will get them the draw. If they had taken that kick a little bit earlier on in that first half, they would have been having the win there. But that one has gone over as well. And now the score is 19 to Great Britain. That doesn't seem right, my maths. Yes, it is. Okay, never mind. Had a second where I was like, that seems like a big gap, 19 and 26, but it is 7, of course. Do Fiji women grow long hair? Just wondering. I think all of them had pretty much short haircuts. If I'm not sure, I'm not sure whether or not that is for the possible. I was going to say possibly for not getting your hair pulled, but a lot of these women do have long hair. I mean, Ruby, Tui. Oh, it's going to be a mistake there. Not going 10, but now it has. So France have no option but to take it there, and it was Guerra who was able to take it there. France going to be inside of their own in goal, or not their in goal, sorry, their own half. They've done a cross kick here. It's going to sit up almost for Akemba. Advantage was over. So that is a big moment. So now it is going to be Great Britain who have got an opportunity for the line out now. Hamish, you should put up, or you should pull up the middle chart as well. Who was our first goal? I believe our first goal was in the rowing. I think it was either Emma Twig or it was the men's 8s who were able to get that first goal, if I'm not wrong. Or did we have one before that? We might have actually had one prior to that one. It's a good question. I am not too sure, though. Abby Brown taking that one. And now, once again, it is going to be Great Britain who have got this ball in hand. Meg Jones, little offload out the back there to Natasha Hunt. But she is going to be isolated on the halfway line in France with a counter ruck. But it is still in the hands of the captain, Abby Brown. Now going to be stepping once again, looking for the option here. Wasn't Matthews, but she is going to be shut down. And that's going to be a penalty to Great Britain, though. Is this game going to go to extra time as well? It's kind of looking like it could be going there. If they do score again here, Great Britain. Oh, that was a late shot, I thought, from the number 5 for France. And because of it, Abby Brown taking that one nicely. Going to be once again Natasha Hunt back to her feet. And it's going to be that same number 8 trying to get that ball, but it is still on the side of Great Britain, trying to push that one backwards. It's another penalty to Great Britain here. And they weren't quite on the mark. Discipline letting France down. If they're not careful, they could end up with another yellow card, or a yellow card for the first time in this match, I should say. And also we have got, my NBC feed is about 1 minute, 30 seconds behind what you're commentating as well. Says Katie Dixon, so it is well and truly behind in that regard. And at this stage now, it's going to be another scrum. Rowing has 3 goals as well, says Shane Newton. Yeah, they are very impressive, our rowing sides. And I feel like that is where we always seem to thrive as well. Valerie Adams, I'm not sure how she's going in the qualifying of the shot put. I assume she'd be doing pretty decently, though. And there is another Kiwi in there, I believe you guys were saying yesterday. If we pull one, if you pull one, they will be 800 millimeter long. Then when you go, when you let go the spring back into compact springs, they're also waterproof as well. I feel like I've missed one of the earlier. Oh no, I realize what that's about. So we will just forget that one. And we almost got there in their women's pair, women's second, and NZ 8s. Of course, our women's pair actually did get the gold as well, didn't they? We're on fire in the rowing. That's all I can say at this stage. Comcast as well, says Katie, and also Overstake has got the laughing emoji. But at the stage now, Great Britain have got the scrum feed. 30 seconds left in this game. 7 points difference. David Nikea's fight is on Tuesday, and it's the semi-final. Oh, yeah. They actually have 3 days off for the boxing, don't they? If I'm not wrong, or it might be more than 3 days. But now it's going to be a great run for Great Britain. I feel like anytime you guys mention something in the chat, I realize my brain has forgotten that fact, like because of the fact they do have a couple of days off. Giovanni hitting her there at the wrong time. It's another quick tap here for Great Britain. They need to score it between the sticks. If they do score it, it's almost a 4 pass. No, it's not. It's going to be in the hands. It's been popped backwards. Great Britain hearing the final siren now, and they are still going to be 7 points behind. It's a penalty to France, and they are going through to the final now. And they will be extremely happy about that. That is for sure. They look fatigued out there. Fleming, not sure whether she's injured or just absolutely exhausted, but full time is coming around, and it is going to be France moving on to face New Zealand. Great Britain going to be taking on Fiji in the bronze medal playoff, but they are very happy. Grassano, also Giovanni. There is absolute exhaustion out on the field there for Great Britain. Would have been absolutely draining out there. That is for sure. The final was on Friday, so a week wait for that boxing gold as well. Says Immortals, and also we have got another great game. Both teams, says Katie Dixon. It was indeed looked like for a second it could have gone down to extra time, but luckily those 2 points difference, it didn't actually affect Great Britain there. But at this stage, they are showing Captain Abby Brown. She is exhausted after that one. We have what's got in there. Valerie is final tomorrow as well, says David. And women's pair, women's single, and the men's 8, says Shane Newton. And also we have got in there Hoipa Kerins in the chat, and Black Ferns in for a tough final. Yeah, the France side in this competition have almost been a little bit of the unknown, but now we know that they are going to be quick. They are going to be dangerous in the breakdown, but maybe the discipline of France could let them down in that final a little bit, depending on how it goes. It's kind of discipline of France versus how many handling errors New Zealand make. If it's anything like the ones that they had a little bit earlier on, that was a good game. Sesko was indeed, and damn, our little country is 3 gold, 3 silver, and 2 bronze. We're coming number 12 in the world so far, says Tesla. Yeah, it is pretty awesome with how high up we are compared to some of those nations below us with a lot more of a population, that is for sure. But you can see that Abby Brown is exhausted. That's one thing that I've mentioned many times, exhaustion out there. It's a hot afternoon or a hot midday. I think it is around morning, around lunchtime there at the moment. They are very happy though, France, you can see. But nonetheless, I think that is almost going to be the end of this live stream. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, because we are going to be back with the final between New Zealand and France, and also the third place playoff for Fiji taking on Great Britain, which should also be a very good game. But nonetheless, thank you very much for tuning in. Amy Finnis said France versus NZ in the final. It is indeed New Zealand able to win in extra time in their game up against Fiji, and then France able to win this one 26 points to the 19 of Great Britain. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the final a little bit later on tonight. And also after that, it is going to be the match between the British and Irish Lions and the Springboks. So we have got plenty more rugby here. So thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all